Sarah, welcome to the Daily English Show. Today I'm going to talk about a New Zealand movie, Once Were Warriors. This is probably my most favourite movie ever. I think the story is really good and it has a good script and good acting too. The movie is based on a book by Alan Duff. I actually can't stand Alan Duff. He writes newspaper columns in New Zealand full of the most racist, sexist, nonsensical rubbish you can imagine. But anyway, the movie's good. It's a really sad story. It's about domestic violence and it was quite controversial when it came out, and I think it had a significant impact on New Zealand society. But when it came out in 1994, I was in sixth form, so I was kind of too young to really appreciate the intellectual debate around it, and I was more interested in how hot the actors were, like Neg and Boogie, Toot. You might have seen some of the actors from Once Were Warriors, like Julian Arahanga, who played Neg. He was in The Matrix. And Temuera Morrison, Jake the Muss, he was in Star Wars. And Chris Curtis, he's like a legend, one of my favourite actors. He's been in lots of movies like 6 Days, 7 Nights, Blow, Training Day, Whale Rider. Anyway, I want to talk about some of the dialogue. The movie is about a family, mum, dad and 5 kids. And near the start of the movie, one of the kids has got in trouble, and so the police bring him home. And as the police officers are walking up to the house, one of them says to the mother, Beth Hackett? And she replies, "What now? Been keeping bad company. Was that before or after you picked him up?" I think that line's pretty funny. Company means the fact or condition of being with another or others, a person as a source of friendship and entertainment. She is excellent company. A visitor or visitors, I'm expecting company. So he's been keeping bad company means he's been hanging out with bad people, or he's been spending time with bad people. I also think it's funny later when one of the little kids comes up and says to his mum about the police officer, "Is she a taniwha, mum?" Because his sister has just been reading him a story about taniwha and he doesn't really know what it means. Taniwha in New Zealand is a kind of monster. This is what it says in Wikipedia. In Maori mythology, taniwha are beings that live in deep pools, in rivers, dark caves, or in the sea, especially in places with dangerous currents or deceptive breakers. When I was little, I remember thinking there might be taniwha in the creek by my house. Later on in the movie, the family go on a day trip, and they're lying on the grass looking over the lake at the marae where the mum grew up, and one of the kids says to the mother, "What's that big house over there, mum?" "That's the wharenui. It was a lot different when I was a girl. It was always impressive." "What's impressive?" "Choice. It was always choice. And inside are the most choicest carvings." A wharenui is a meeting house on a marae, or other places like schools. But this kid doesn't know that because he's been brought up not knowing anything about traditional Māori culture because his dad doesn't like it, which is sad. And choice is an informal adjective which was common in the 80s, I think, and not really used anymore, except in a retro kind of way. It means the same thing as ace, wicked, cool. Kia ora, in Stick News today, the Malaysian government has issued an official warning about an Uncyclopedia parody site. They say the site contains untruths, insults and ridicule.
Uncyclopedia is an English language wiki that provides satirically themed articles as a parody of Wikipedia. Its logo is a potato and its slogan is "the content-free encyclopedia that anyone can edit." Recently, Malaysia's Internal Security Ministry released a press statement telling newspaper editors not to trust Uncyclopedia. It said the article on Malaysia contained untruths and was demeaning to the country. According to Wikipedia, Uncyclopedia's users found the statement humorous.
And that was Stick News for Tuesday, the 15th of January. Kia ora.
Yesterday we went to a hotel called Kando no Mori to check out their onsen. I'd never been there before. It's so nice. I want to go there every day. They have a stylish cafe and bar, a magic piano, and a great onsen.
What now? Was that before or after you picked him up? So what's the charge? You think you know everything about us, don't you? Mark. My son's name is Mark. Beth Heke? Been keeping bad company. Oh, he's lucky this time. 2 older boys stole the car. He's just hanging around with the wrong crowd. Still, it's not going to look good tomorrow when he appears in court on those other charges. It's my job. Well, we'll leave Boogie with you then. Pardon? Well, that's not the name he gave us.
Taniwha usually live in A, the sky, B, rivers, caves or the sea, C, volcanoes. B. Wow, choice car bro means A, I think your car is nice, B, how did you choose your car, C, it's hard to make a choice about a car. A. He's been keeping bad company means A, he works for a bad company, B, he owns a bad company, C, he has been hanging around with bad people. C. Wharenui literally means A, Taniwha, B, big house, C, choice. B. Chris Curtis was in A, The Matrix, B, Star Wars, C, Blow. C.
And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.